Ooh, I like that one. Yeah. You are listening to the Lost Minds. You say it, that sounds better. You are listening to the Lost Minds podcast.
Let's get this session started with a deep breathing exercise. And by deep breathing exercise, I mean, see on the inside.
Hello. What are you doing? Just making a podcast. Bet you cool.
One shit to talk
Here we go
about the
again.
Mandela Effect.
Welcome back to the Lost Minds podcast.
We're already lost.
Episode number 738.
1,546,000.
Take one. No,
Brick.
was it the Mandela Effect? Or what'd you say it was?
I was just making fun of it because you were saying something about Duncan
Oh,
Trussell.
Mandela
and I was
Effect.
the Mandela Effect.
like, yeah. What did you say?
The band-
Mandela Effect?
It's the Mandela Effect.
Mandela Effect, see.
I don't believe in it.
I never even heard of it, really.
Put
Well, I've
that
heard
down
of
on
it,
the
but
table.
I didn't even know what it was until you explained it to me.
It's supposed to be like a giant group collective remembrance of something that happened, but now was altered in this existence or time.
Do you think it was a time traveler? Fucking Doctor Who? He's like, fucks up. I'll take a drink.
Yeah, in a sense, that's what people think it is, basically. Like something happened where
Doctor.
the events of time changed, but we all still remember the old stuff or fragments of it. So, like with Mandela, for instance, the reason it's called Mandela Effect is because some crazy freaking mind-reading lady or whatever, the one with the ball. What's the ball readers?
That isn't my... I guess
Gypsy.
Crystal Ball or the fortune teller? Or
Yeah,
something?
basically something like that. Like she's
Fucking witch.
does stuff like that, and
Witchcraft.
she's the one who named it the Mandela Effect after Mandela. Everyone thought he died in a prison or whatnot, but in reality, he never did die in a prison. Everyone remembers him dying in a prison, but he never did. So they're like, "Oh, it's because of a time traveler changed the past, but we also remember what happened."
What?
So that's why it's called the Mandela Effect.
That sounds
after
stupid.
Mandela.
Yeah, it does sound really dumb.
Yeah.
It's weird.
What other fucking examples are there?
Shazam, Shaq playing the genie.
Oh yeah, I like
Never
that movie.
happened.
No, it did.
He wasn't Shazam. He was...
It was Shazam. The
Was it
He was a
Shazam?
just genie, and the guy makes a wish
Apparently,
for.
never happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Apparently, it never happened, dude.
I saw that movie.
That
He had
was the
those
dimension I
fucking
lived
MC
in.
Hammer
Okay.
pants.
Yeah.
Apparently
one of those never happened. It was never Shaq or some shit like that. It was actually some other guy.
Sinbad?
Never Shaq. Everyone remembers it being Shaq, but it wasn't. And then another one is Berenstein Bears and being.
Is it really not Shaq?
To Google it, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, the Mandela Effect's got brick,
Oh,
dude.
man. I don't even have a cell phone in here. I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's in the other room. Maybe.
I don't know. It's supposed to be something like weird like that, but
Damn, yeah, that's intense. Because, oh shit, I wonder where my phone is. Is that really? Because that would be interesting.
Oh, he was Kazam, not Shazam.
Oh, Kazam. Yeah, Shazam's that little audio thing, huh? Where you can like hear the songs.
wait, was it Kazam?
Yeah.
Was it
Kazam.
Shaq though?
See?
Yeah, it's Shaq.
Okay.
Or it was someone else. I
Yeah,
don't
see, look at
fucking
that,
remember
dude.
who it
You're
was.
debunked.
No, we
Hey,
just-
Rob, that's good though. I'm glad
I don't know.
I like
no.
debunking stuff.
Like
on the
I don't
podcast.
know. I don't. It'd be better if you like YouTubed some of the things because I'm not 100%.
Yeah, because nobody
On it.
does the fucking research. They're
Like-
just like, all right, you guys remember Bill Clinton? No.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Yeah, you gotta look into
It was
it.
the Obama administration. No,
Just
like,
look into it.
I don't. I just know like rough facts about it because I kind of read a little bit about it, but I was just like, this sounds too stupid to even get deep into it. And then when you said something about Duncan Trussell, I was like, isn't he dead? And you're like, no, he's alive. I'm like, oh, the Mandela Effect, because I was just being a dirt.
So the Mandela Effect is just a way to be right by being completely wrong, pretty much, right? So just saying, no, I'm right. It's just in an
misremembrance.
alter universe.
It's a misremembrance, I think.
I thought it would change our mind, though. I always thought that would happen, like, if all of a sudden I got a time travel and I went back in time, and they're like, oh, you can just look in time and, peek in during fucking, I don't even know what, like, look in during, like, the Abraham Lincoln assassination, right as I lean in, bump the guy with the gun, he shoots, misses. Oh, my God, oops, back up. I feel like everybody's mind from that day on would change, right? So even if something happened, like, and then it changed the Mandela Effect,
I feel like.
don't you think we would not even know, right? Or it'd be like, oh, that's just because it changed our reality, unless you were there immediately. Or
I feel like
because how does only one like area change, like, and then say like, yeah, they changed the Berenstain Bears, and it's no longer Berenstain Bears, it's like the Bronstein Bears or whatever, and people just said it differently, and then no one goes back to look at it or something, and they're like, hey man, it's different, and then from that little seed, it slowly spreads out, and people's minds start remembering, oh yeah, we're in a different dimension.
Okay.
Or wouldn't it just all of a sudden change that dimension, like, you know, Back to the Future, where
it'd definitely be like a light switch.
So here's,
that's what I feel like.
I got some examples. Do you remember the show called Sex and the City?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it called exactly?
Sex in the City?
No, it was called Sex and the City.
See, that's just some play on words shit.
Yeah.
Well, everyone says they remember it like that, and then
It's like
people think the Monopoly man, rich Uncle Pennybags, has a monocle, but he doesn't. He's never had a monocle, but people remember.
Of course
him.
not.
So I don't know.
The peanut guy had a fucking monocle.
Let's see.
Stop
this,
trying to play games with us.
The
gypsy.
tip of what does Pikachu's tail look like?
It's black.
it's like a zigzag.
Yeah, but what colors are on it?
Black and yellow.
Wrong. It never had black on it.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
That's
But then, see,
Next question.
that's just like my
No,
brain.
that's a difference
I can't
between
remember it. Yeah.
a stock Pikachu and
Well,
the Pikachu in the movies.
Yeah, dude,
I don't
when
know.
it talks,
Like, I don't
it
know.
don't wanna move at all.
Curious George never had a tail.
Good.
See, but that's like, I think,
People
similarities where
remember having
you think it would, you know, where you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
monkey,
just-
generalization, monkey has tail. And you're like, not here, you know, it's like Simpsons. They had all hands. No, they only have 4 fingers. What the hell? Why would they do that, you know?
Easier to draw.
Yeah, but you know, for us, we're like, no, they have all their fingers. It's just like humans. A lot of people, even before, I think it would be hard to convince them that they were yellow. I think like people would be like, no, they were normal, because like even then, like no matter who it was, they still were like had a yellow tone. Well, I guess they still.
I guess another thing is everybody thinks they remember when they watched Star Wars that C-3PO was all gold. He actually wasn't all gold. One of his arms was like black.
That's not right. No, not it.
It's correct. You go back, watch the movies. His arm is not gold.
In the original, like the episode 4, 5, and 6s,
And
he's gold,
I don't know,
right?
dude.
But when
I
he got
feel
first
like-
made, he's like different pieces.
I think in the very first episode when he meets him on the planet, he's actually got different colored arm.
I think that's
Through
just
the
like
entire series.
a good play on how our brains work. You know, when you
Mm-hmm.
do those things where you mess up all the words in a sentence, but except for like the first and last, and you can
still
read it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what the heck? My mind did it. I feel like that's what that is more like than
Your
actually.
brain just trying to make sense of things that are nonsensical.
Yeah, like little mind blows. What? No tail? Like for me, I was like, wait, you know, he's got a tail. Wait, he doesn't. But it'd blow my mind for a second. But then again, I'd be like, well, I could easily see an artist not drawing a tail in there. You know, like, or even just doing pants on some animals and characters. That's pretty weird, though. I mean, it's like the same thing where that suicide popped up, and everyone's like, oh, there's 3 suicides coming in. Like, I was talking with my family about it, and they're like, yeah, it always comes in 3s. There's going to be another celebrity that will do it. And I was like, well, it depends when you start counting, you know. Are we counting, like, back then? Is this whole thing? And then my brother was
Was
like,
it quarterly?
yeah, and he's like, well, they actually had another person. There was another celebrity, and, like, I think someone else had actually done it, too. But they just weren't, I guess, as popular or something. And I'm like, well, that's like 4 right there, you know. Or when does that? When do you start counting? How does it work?
I got to be right.
Yeah, it's
Mandela
like-
effect.
It's working, dude. See, the signs
know.
point to yes. It's like shaking that 8 ball.
And then, like, there's a bunch of them, but I think a lot of them wouldn't be very... You have to actually research them. One of them is the Snow White queen. Never said mirror, mirror on the wall. And I guess everybody remembers her saying mirror, mirror on the wall. But she never actually said that.
Whatever. I feel like she has to, right?
No, she never said it.
To like make the mirror come to
She
life.
said magic mirror on the wall.
Oh, okay. See, that would work.
So it's probably just some little kid that said mirror.
Oh, here's the
mirror.
Mandela Effect. Did you guys
Could've been.
remember the wedding for, what is that? The wedding, is it Little Mermaid when they're on the boat? Mm-hmm. You remember the boner that the priest
Yeah,
gets?
you remember the boner?
Yeah?
Well, you're in this dimension then, good man. There's shit like that. People, I remember going back and watching that. I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I did not even, like, you don't even realize some of this stuff. But
Like I said, I think it's complete horseshit nonsense, and I think it's people's... Because it's like, for instance, let's say last week. What can you remember indefinitely about last week?
Nothing.
Last weekend?
It's last week. It's like last week Monday.
Yeah, it's so hard, dude.
It's hard. Like
Fucking this week Monday's hard. I'm kind of thinking, it feels like...
you could see into the future.
Yeah, no.
What?
Wait, no, is the weekend Sunday or is it...
The weekend.
Sunday in America.
Or is it it starts Sunday? Oh, it does. It starts Sunday, huh?
No.
Because on the calendar, is it like set Sunday, Saturday?
Sunday to Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So I guess I can see into the future. I see these things. I know these things.
I know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to wake up.
Hopefully.
Again.
I'm pretty sure I have to go to the bathroom.
But I think it's people's brains just playing games on themselves like me all the time. I'm always waking up every morning thinking I'm super fit. Nope. Mandela Effect.
That is a good, really testament to the power of the mind, dude. I think the mind is so powerful, and people just don't even give that shit credit for. Like the way you can convince yourself of things, and people can, like, it's like delusion, you know. They can convince themselves of something and be like, no, you know, I seen that, I was there, this happened, this was way more traumatizing. They're like, no, it's not that bad, and people, they'll believe it to their core, and then you're discrediting, you know, my feeling, and like, and then passion, everything gets behind it, and then a mind, like,
I think faith.
Oh my god! Yeah,
dude,
once that kind of thing
dangerous.
gets behind it, there's no stopping them. You know, you could, like, the placebo effect. You know, this is, here, have a sugar pill. Oh, this is perfect. Think I had to just go to the doctor. They gave me a pill, fixed me right up. And I got that was sugar. What the hell? Where did this go? You know?
Yeah, it's crazy how
Right
the
to your
mind
hips.
fucking does that.
Yeah, it went right to your ass. It's like, what?
Yeah, there was this one study I was listening to. I think maybe Duncan Trussell, somebody, but they were talking about how there's this dangerous surgery that they have to cut open the heart.
Okay, I'm interested.
So when they do that, they
Vampirism.
like whatever, I don't know, they do something. But what they started doing, because it's so dangerous, that they just cut open the chest and then they sew them back up. And all the people who just got sewn right back up, like, they thought, oh, they wouldn't open me up and not do anything, so I'm healed. You know what I mean? And they just heal themselves.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Okay, so they actually didn't do anything with the
No,
heart.
they just cut them open. I'm butchering the hell out of it, but they cut them open and then they just sewed them right back up.
When they seen the
So
scar,
they can see the scar and they're like,
fuck.
oh, so I must be getting better. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can
Yeah,
see
and
them
then-
monitored him in the hospital for a few days. You're looking like you're getting a lot better.
And then their
feel
heart
like-
would
I feel
just
like that.
miraculously heal?
Hmm. Their bodies would heal themselves. I'm butchering it, but it's fucking
I believe it.
badass.
It's the same thing with even cancer patients, you know, where a lot of them will go get chemo and stuff, and then their body won't take it, and so they're like, oh, the doctors, you know, their shit didn't work. So someone will go home and they'll start doing some home remedies. And usually a lot of times we switch up just even diets, your body will, you detox, you start doing something, your body will be generally good. And I think that happens. They're like, oh my god, this is working. This baby step is working. And it tricks their brain, you know. Every time I take this wheatgrass shot and a fucking shot of ginger, I'm taking 2 steps closer, you know. Mm-hmm. And they maybe fill the baby steps over when they just sit there and get the radiation. And, you know, there's people that are doing this now, just taking these natural remedies and all of a sudden beating cancer. But a lot of times, I think it's the mind.
I think so too.
I think it's onions, dude.
Onions.
Because
Onions have layers.
you go back in time when people are like,
There's more to them than we can
dude,
see.
you chop up some onions and some garlic, you mash it all together.
Have a good cry.
And you cry while you're doing it.
it.
You get the emotions welled up inside you. And then you put that on your bullet wound or your sword wound.
Unless
and
you
guess
wash it
what,
really
dude?
good.
You're not getting an infection. Boom, dude. So if you eat whole onions, it'll make you throw up. Don't do that.
It's like one whole onion, it's like clogs your esophagus.
Oh, dude.
There's got to be like in Gladiator, like when he's like sitting there and the dude's like picking the maggots off his shit or whatever and like putting it in him. He's like, because that's friends right there, dude. He's like pulling maggots off him. Here, you eat that, some bacteria too.
Dude, that's a challenge, dude. You should try.
You have to do it.
Juice an onion, an entire onion, and try to drink it and keep it down. I guarantee you won't be able to.
That's interesting. I wonder if you think it would be good for you, that much onion?
No, you'll throw up.
Just the acidic or?
Yeah, I think it's not good for you. I think even just a shot of pure
that'd be
onion
so
juice,
horrible,
You
dude.
never know though.
Throw up.
And then
Guaranteed. I'd put $100 down.
because when I guess when they used to use a little juicer, when the place I was used to live, they had like you'd get a bag of carrots, and
Carrots are good for you though.
Yeah, it would be like a bag, which I thought was funny. So if you would go to Vive Juicery, it's like $8 or like $10 for a fucking little cup of juice. If you want to get on like some juicer for a week, it's like a couple $100. You're like, whoa. But you get this juicer, you know, I don't know, $80 or whatever they are, and then a bag of carrots, $2, you know, and you grind pretty much the entire bag of carrots, and you get like a cup of juice out of all that bait. Like it takes so much, and there's so much pulp is full, and you just throw all the pulp away.
Mm-hmm.
I think the pulp would be good for if you had a garden or something.
Yeah, they're doing, even like, but I believe in having the fiber in it, so I think it'd be better to have a shake actually and like chew on some of that fiber because that's good for you, you know, to have like that plant matter to get
Like clean up the carrot a little
plastic.
bit when you juice it. Take some of the pulp, put it back in the juice, and mix it up
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and have
Like
like that would be a good idea. Actually, that'd be perfect.
like a carrot with pulp.
A heavy
Or make soup of it. Just
Oh,
heat it
carrot
up,
soup.
throw all that shit into a pot, heat it up, and just eat it.
Yeah, you could do
Make
quite
yourself
a bit with
eat
that,
it,
huh?
because it'd be disgusting.
You can make like a
Or
pie
fry
or
it.
something.
Yeah, it's
carrot
a
pie.
carrot fry or like pie.
Put it in some cake.
Carrot cake.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Boom.
Just sprinkle it on top and stuff for like.
So you have yourself a
hors
little bit of
d'oeuvre.
juice,
Make
a little
Yeah.
bit of cake.
Bake a whole cake.
The problem with this stuff, because sometimes I'll do that, and then like I'll just have a fridge full of like
Carrots.
random shit. What the fuck is this? Mushed up carrots. Oh, I'm gonna make a cake with that. Not with this fucking rotten shit. You know, that'd have been good a month ago. I'm working on it. Once I make a cake, when that
I'm
day
not level
comes-
8 yet for making the carrot cakes.
Baking, dude. Because I can cook. I can cook I feel like I can cook really good. And then when it comes to baking, is my downfall. I don't get it.
Are you a
It should be
YouTube
the
chef
easiest.
or a Google chef?
YouTube. I watch Chef
Yeah.
Ramsay a lot. This is where I learned a lot of my tricks and trades. I
What's
watch
not
a lot-
bad.
when he
That's not
swears
bad.
at me?
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
I remember and like stuff like that. It's like, this is fucking raw. I'm like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna touch the inside of my hand to feel for where. No, it's like because you feel like gets the fear of death in you, you know. Because then like the tenderness, you know, you can go through your hand that shows the tenderness of the meat. And
Wait, what do you mean? My hands are rough, dude. I got man hands. They're like concrete.
it's from masturbation. It's like you move your hand in. Let me read your palm. See, that's exactly what I do. First, I see a fortune teller, get my palm read, and then then I
thing
do
you know,
some
you're
cooking and
just
stuff
in
like that.
My pants.
What I do with fortune tellers is I draw lines on my hands,
This is like
and then they start reading. And
Little
they're like,
eyes.
"Oh my
a
fuck!"
makeup artist. You just
Get
do
outta here.
super good lines. You're like, dude, what the fuck?
Roads. You do little roads. She's like, looks like this one leads right to a hospital. It does. I can see that myself.
Or if you might be like find another fortune teller to like give you one and be like, dude, can I find one where you can like trick her to be in like tell her that you're gonna be like taking her spot or you know, maybe I'm gonna be her, she's gonna be my lover, so she'll have to like read it out.
They'd be like, dude,
It says,
we're just making
you're
it
in
up.
love with me. It's like, yeah, that'd be so funny. We actually just make it up by each hand.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong questions. But thanks for the $30.
Yeah.
See ya.
They're like, well, it depends on how they read or interpret it compared to my interpretation. They would never give up the secrets, I bet. That's my problem with the Mandela Effect, too, is the same thing with psychics, is if people were really as psychic as they were, if I were psychic, people would know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would be, unfortunately, probably like on TV winning shit like that. Oh, yeah, I know freaking, what's that horror? Seabiscuit's winning. What? I'm putting a mill on Seabisc. What?
No way, dude. I'd be like, hey,
Like,
y'all need to get out of there. Katrina's coming. You know.
think about that. Why does that never happen?
Yeah.
Why isn't a millionaire like, yeah, why are they not winning the lottery? Yeah, or is this, think about that shit. You just like come
Saving
in there,
lives or something.
you just walk down the street, your hair is just hanging down, your shirt's off. Hurricane Katrina is coming.
Everyone would just be like, crazy, man. Here's a Mandela
Next
effect
day,
for you.
they like talk about it on the radio. You just walk back through. Follow me. I bet everyone would be. I would, dude. I'd be like, did he call that dude?
Here's one for you, dude.
Plus, your house is gonna get hit by a hurricane.
This one hit.
Where do I subscribe?
This one hit close to home for you, dude. Do you know Johnny Cash's name is actually only spelled with one N, not two?
And there's no H.
It sounds, is it? Let's see.
Nope, just kidding. I tricked you, dude. But that's how easy it is to get someone to fall for that shit.
It would have. Yeah, I had to look at the shirt. I'm like,
Boom.
Must been like
Mandela Effect. Did you guys know there actually was only 4 of us in this podcast? But there actually was always 3?
It's like sometimes there's a fourth every now and then. It's like,
We'll switch it to the demonic voice.
Mandela
I'm
Effect
still
right here. Did you know Michael Jordan was coming off the bench in Space Jam? He never started.
oh, I didn't know that.
Mandela Effect.
Just kidding.
He
You
started.
have to research it.
Yep.
I would wonder about
Ooh,
that.
dude, why would I research it when I could just take your word? Mandela Effect, I'm going to start spreading it.
But don't take my word for it. Reading Rainbow.
Do you know they were never actually in a book? They were all tripping on LSD in the classroom.
All right.
Dude, that was a good show.
LeVar's gonna fucking trip again. Let's film him.
He's like, spinning around on the ground.
Don't take my word for it.
That was quality television back in the day. Little Bob
fuck
Ross.
yeah, dude.
Now this shit. Just kidding.
Dude.
Now you have too many options. You can't even say that. If you can't find something decent for your children to watch or something, it's like, you're just not trying, dude. You watch Netflix, it's probably hard to find shit on Netflix. You're like, that show's stupid, that one, that. You could go through all the stupid ones. Well,
Kid will watch it.
Put on Planet Earth then. You know, it's like,
Dude,
you can find something.
When I watched the Reading Rainbow or with the bus, is that the one?
No, that's
that's
Magic
Magic
School Bus.
Magic School Bus, dude. That one, I guess that's the one I was trying to say they were tripping on LSD because they're like, but that gave me like nightmares when I was a little kid watching that shit.
Like, I'm never getting on a goddamn school bus.
Not that.
Fucking
Like,
polar bear's ass and freeze to death.
no, because like they would shrink the bus and it's like, we have 5 minutes, kids. And it's like, what if the bus like expands inside someone's body? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, I was just like, dude, that'd be terrifying.
That'd be the best.
Because
I think that's how they got the episode for Rick and Morty, where they got inside of that hobo's body.
Probably.
Oh, and then it would have been funny if they went large inside of him. It's like,
Well, they made him large.
dude, that would be so
And
funny.
they exploded him over.
They should have done
Earth.
that if Morty didn't get out in time, and they're like, Morty! And he's just like inside the guy, and he's like, and the naked dude standing in the street, and I was like, and then there's like Morty, he's like, sitting there in like the bloody pile, he gets up to like a phoenix, you know? He's risen from the ashes. It's like,
In the younger form of himself.
it's,
What if you grew just enough to fit inside of his body, so you don't rip
oh
it
my
open?
God. That'd be so weird. It's like, start walking. It's like feeling it. It's like Weekend at Bernie's or some shit. Just perfect.
That'd be terrifying.
Sugar.
Dude, dude, yeah, with all the organs and shit just come out real quick. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, God,
walk
dude.
out.
They just like
That would be a good Rick and Morty episode, though.
And they're didn't they get greenlit for like another 30 seasons or like another big
72
season?
episomes or
Holy
something like
shit,
that.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's not bad.
Except it's going to be out till, what, 2020 or something like that?
I don't know.
2019?
Damn, that's a long time. But I do like how that was more of a fan favorite, huh? I feel like that's kind of why Rick and Morty came back, because it did one
Well,
season.
what's his name? I think the Justin Roiland, or which one's the other one?
You see the Morty dude, or he's the one that does Rick?
Mark. I don't know.
Zuckerberg.
One of them had multiple projects, and then pretty much Rick and Morty is taking up all their time now, and it's making him enough money that he doesn't have to dabble.
Oh, no.
And
That's good.
The fan base is huge, though. Humongous,
hell yeah.
dude.
And they got that weird cult following, which is
Mm-hmm.
the best you could ask for. You know, you have like these people that are just like diehards, which is they're better than having everyone as a fan.
It's kind of weird, though, those people.
It is, but at the same time, it's kind of cool though, because I think it's fun that out in the worldwide, wherever they can find something that you connect to, and you're like, oh man, I really like that shit. You know, I can assimilate with. I like to be wearing that shirt. You know, I feel comfortable wearing a Rick and Morty shirt, knowing that people look at it like, you're dumb. What the hell's that? And walk around. And so someone looks at it and like, oh, Rick and Morty, and you're like, that's what's up.
Well, that's fine, but I think there's a couple of those people out there that are like extremists to the extent where it's a little scary.
As long as they're not trying
There's
to
always
wear
going to be
this
fucking
skin.
extremists.
They're like, la, 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 Rick and Morty, and I'm just like, oh, fucking Christ, dude. Ball of confetti.
But yeah, I think it is weird, but I'm glad, because that person is weird regardless. That's the thing. I think all humans are weird, and that person will be weird like that no matter what. So I guess it's good that he likes Rick and Morty.
It's better that he's weird about Rick and Morty than weird about killing animals.
Yeah, or than wearing
You never know,
Rick
that
and
could
Morty.
go hand in hand.
It could,
Because
but
it's like the Human Centipede. You remember that movie, The Human Centipede? I was like,
that's
oh
my
God.
favorite, all-time
That's
favorite.
That's a good twist
classic
to
comedy.
from cartoon to just straight up.
See, you can find
horror.
anything on Netflix. If you can't find what you're looking for on Netflix, you're just an asshole. That should be their motto.
You can't find
You're just an asshole. Stop scrolling around. Give something a shot.
Yeah, just pick some. The thing about Human Centipede 2, like that one was the one that was more crazy for me because it was a fan. He just like watched it and he's like, wow. And he started liking it and shit. And
That's
then
the second one.
yeah,
Human
that's
Centipede 2.
And see, think of that guy. Why can't he just watch Rick and Morty instead of watching Human Centipede 1?
Because it wasn't out then.
I know. So that's
But-
what happens. We got to send him back in time, dude.
Then he would have started
No,
doing
don't
some
worry.
weird shit, like putting people in jars and stuff instead of just tying them together all innocently.
Dude,
like
that one's the craziest one where he like starts stapling them because he can't like he just doesn't. He's not a doctor, you know, so he just like staples them and cuts their tendons with scissors and shit. They're like, ugh. Dude, that one's rough. But that's the thing. It's like, say they're gonna be a super freak.
super freak.
Super freaking.
My mind's telling me
it's-
no.
It's better that they're a freak towards like certain similar, because I think that's kind of the same with like you look at Michael Jordan. He had to have probably been a little freaky or like a freak of probably winning, of course. But same with basketball, it had been that weird like obsession with it to be like must bounce, must shoot, must bounce, must shoot.
Yeah, but couldn't they like hold that inside?
Or just a good
like,
work
deep
ethic.
Down? Just like, let's say you're obsessed with Rick and Morty. Could you just take it, put it in a little clamshell, and just shove it way deep down inside you.
Yeah, but then you go to work
Keep
and then
it
you sit in
hidden.
your cubicle and then you're like, man, my life is fucking horrible.
And
You
that's how
can't
everyone's
express
is.
yourself. You know, you gotta be able to
I don't
have
need
that.
Rick figurines and Rick ringtones and freaking shrink ray guns and Rick action figures everywhere. Like, one is
you do
okay.
that, though, and then you really like it, and then you're like, you know what? And I want to start making freaking more Rick and Morty classic knives, handles, or whatever. And you start carving in these Rick and Morty things, and like, oh my god, your knives are now Rick and Morty knives, and you start selling those things for double. And then you're like, man, my
And then the
fandom.
producers of Rick and Morty come after you and they sue your ass for taking their shit.
Maybe.
I mean, it's not exactly the same, so...
So, yeah, it'd be
Well, then
somewhere
you're
in
a
there.
fake.
You're a
You might as well
fraud.
just move your ass over to China.
Not unless you did your artistic
stealing
renditions
other
of it,
people's
you know?
stuff.
You start showing them it, and then they want you to come on as like
Well,
a
Rick and
artistic
Morty
form.
is fucking... What is his name? Marty and Doc.
Oh, yeah, huh?
So it's already a ripoff.
In a sense.
From the Back to
So
the
it's
Future.
up for grabs. Everybody get out there. Start making your
See,
knives.
I don't know about you guys, but you noticed like a lot of the best movies ever made were the older ones. Like Back to the Future. That's fucking gold.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel now if they rely on technology too much is why I really can't get into horror movies and stuff. I like it better when they give you that, they trick you, you know, or they oh my god, it's right around the corner, and you're like, dude, they're fucking, what the hell, you know? You
Yeah,
got
that's
that
why I
suspense,
liked
tension.
Signs.
Yeah, Signs was a good one for that.
Just because you never see it, and then when you see it, you're like, God, that'd be so scary, because you put yourself in their shoes.
What about the freaking original Jurassic Park, dude? You get to see the fucking T-Rex
Yeah, that
right
one was
there.
pretty
Oh
good.
yeah,
But it's like, it's an old-ass movie, and yet you could still watch it today. It's not dated, and it looks good.
I
You're
feel like they
like,
try and give
damn.
it too much. They're like, gotta give it that, you know, extra, like raptors jumping on top of the animal, biting them and shit, and now there's Chipped and their friends, and you're like, okay, it's cool, makes for a cool story, but like you're saying, you're like, damn it.
It's
Kinda-
not as cool as the old one, like the wild.
I feel like they put a lot more allure into it too. Maybe it's the way I've noticed that too. If sometimes photography, like when you get caught with a film camera compared to like a normal camera, even if you print them out, picture compared to like a film developed picture to like a digital one, something about them, dude. It's weird. It's like you almost capture like their soul a little bit. And I was wondering if that's it, the way they do it with the reel and everything, and they didn't have the ability to do all that kind of stuff, so they had to fudge things and have camera tricks like Martin Scorsese, like the one that they used for. The movie they used in Ready Player One, where they use how all of his cuts and all those kind of things, or Martin Scorsese. I'm thinking of
Steven Spielberg,
no, not Steven Spielberg.
George Lucas,
Oh man, the guy that directed The Shining. I'm freaking
The Shining.
yeah.
That's M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh dang it, no, I can't. But
Isn't it?
I can't remember who the guy is. Either way, like all those people, all those like same directors and stuff.
Romero.
You sound like you're throwing around your freaking movie knowledge privilege at us right now.
It's
Yeah.
a movie privilege. All the like, but all of them, you almost had like they could do their own like art. You do your own flair on it. They had to do tricks and angles, and each person kind of had their own like showmanship to it. That's like when like a movie like The Revenant comes out. You're like, what the fuck? Like, it
That was
just seems
way good.
way different because everything they went to.
Apocalyptico.
Yeah,
Mel
that was-
Gibson's.
Oh yeah, see
That
those
one was a good one.
I think, and then now they're just throwing out. We have 10 Avenger movies, which is cool, but it's like it starts to get burned out on it. You're like, man,
Have you seen the latest one?
the
Infinity War?
or whatever. No,
That one was good.
I haven't seen.
I feel like it's just been too many.
yeah, for me,
consecutively.
No way,
I'm a
dude.
few behind on them, so I can't.
Me
like-
too.
And it gets tricky, but one story I heard, and I keep bringing it up to like a lot of people, but
Did you watch all the Twilight Saga?
yeah,
But
Twice.
you won't watch all the Avengers?
No.
What about the Lion King saga?
Twice.
I've seen Lion King saga. I've seen most of them. I've seen all of them. I want to
There's
say
only one Lion King, but whatever.
I've gotten pretty close.
There's only
I
one
want to
that
say
matters.
the last two Avengers are the
What
only ones
the
I
hell?
might not have seen, but I think slowly. I mean,
My
dude,
headphones just died.
it took me like 10 years to watch fucking all those Twilight ones. Oh, that's what you get for buying boozies.
Hello?
He bumped
Bad and boozies.
Bose.
I don't know. I just did this, and like they died.
Did you pinch the cord, dude?
No, I think I was just ignoring you mentally.
It's like,
It was just
you
pretty good.
muted me.
I'm like, let me concentrate. Go into a coma.
But I guess like with that story too, where we were going back and comparing a lot of things. I heard this old story, like the story of the farmer, where Alan Watts is the guy that tells it, but in the story, he was like, well, one night, a farmer has his horse break out of the horse corral and it takes off.
Okay.
And all the villagers come around. They're like, "Oh, your horse broke out. That's so bad. That sucks." And then the farmer's like, "Maybe." And that same night, that horse went out and wrangled up a bunch of random wild horses. And when it came back, they all came with him. So everyone's like, "Oh my God, your horse came back and it brought all these horses. That's crazy. That's a good thing. It's a good thing it left." And he's like, "Yeah, maybe." And that same day, his son was like, "You know what? I'm gonna fucking tame one of these." And so he jumped on it and tried taming it, and it bucked him off and broke his leg. And when they came back around later that night, they're like, "Well, your son broke his leg off these horses? Oh my God, that's bad luck. These things are here. You know, it's bad they came." And he's like, "Yeah, maybe." And the same later that week, that same horse, the same area, same situation, the military comes, and they went to go take all the able-bodied men. And the farmer's son had broken his leg earlier that week from the horse, and so they couldn't take him. And everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're so lucky. You're so lucky your son broke his leg." And he's like, "Yeah, maybe."
Mandela Effect.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you never know
You only want to be right.
might be good, you know. So we were like talking about those
Yeah,
situations.
one might be good, one might not.
You know, I might stub my toe and be like, "Oh, motherfucker, I can't believe I stubbed my toe." Dip down as like freaking a rocket. It's like flies over my head, you know, like the Mario rocket.
Dude, there's
I'm
a good
safe.
subreddit
And I'm
for
like,
that.
whoa.
It's called "Don't Tell Me the
Odds.
You ever see that?
No.
Dude, it is so good. It's like, don't ever tell me the odds, because like a bunch of crazy shit happens and you're just like, wow.
Is it like the hold my beer shit?
It's kind of like that.
Like, except for sometimes the hold my beer people get fucked up.
No, nobody gets fucked up on this. It's usually good shit. Like someone ducks just as a motorcycle like smashes into the wall, or like right above their head. Like the motorcycle dude, they're racing and the guy falls off his motorcycle and he's like sliding in slow motion. He hits the barrier with his back. It's like a soft barrier. And as he hits it and he falls forward, just as he falls, another motorcycle like smashes into the wall right above him. And
That
it's
shit's
like,
crazy.
bam.
See, and that you can even go back to like with the Michael Jordan thing. So how like if Michael Jordan maybe made his high school basketball team, probably never know about him. You could say like him not making the team probably was like him being like, "Fuck this," goes every single day, you know, playing, and all of a sudden just shows up later on like just a machine now because he put himself through that boot camp, you know. Yeah, and a machine.
Maybe.
Which is
That's going to be my new favorite thing to say now.
maybe.
Maybe.
You going to go home?
Maybe.
Mandela Effect.
Maybe.
Maybe not. I don't know. Nobody knows.
But I don't get why they called it. I guess even going back to that, the Mandela thing is weird. One, I thought someone was trying to tell me that was
So,
like
Brick, if your mom says, "Did you wash the dishes?"
Maybe.
Just say, "Yeah, I did."
I'll be like,
And then
"I
she'll
didn't
be like,
do it."
"No, you didn't. Look, they're right there." Then you can say, Mandela Effect.
Yeah, this magical box in the corner did. I'm a freaking witch.
Well, I did do
It's
it.
like, wait,
but
you're female? I
you're
mean,
not.
I'm a warlock. I mean, I'm a wizard. I don't know the terms. It's
Dude,
like,
I wonder if that's how it was back in the day, dude. If people got offended.
If you're right about something accidentally,
Like
you're
it-
like, "Oh, that guy's an asshole. He's probably gonna die," and then he dies, and everybody's like, "Ugh."
No. Like, let's say you were like a woman, right?
yes.
You know, you're just like, "Oh, I guess that right."
Yes.
Or
Fuck.
or just
Sorry,
the day
guys.
you move into a village, the water fountain gets poisoned and everybody's just getting sick. Like, it was you. You're like, I just moved in. Yeah, the day you moved in, we all started
Black
getting
and soul,
sick.
black in the water with its poison. It's like, actually, it's red with blood of algae. It's like the algae is in it or something, you know, some random algae for that summer.
Just as you walk in, you're like, yeah, maybe.
See,
Burn the witch.
see, then what if you could do
Identify as
that?
a warlock.
You could do that too. See, well, you said I was
You guys
using.
are assholes.
Yeah, you said I was using black magic and turn the water black. This water's red. He's using mind tricks on me. He's in my mind. It's like, take him out. It's like, oh my God. Like, I thought you could never win.
Burn him.
Yeah, you just got to be the loudest asshole with the most fucking groupies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to get the mob.
So-
You're like, they're on my side. It's like, you have to.
Reminds me of
He stole my wallet.
reminds me of the Monty Python the Holy Grail skit. Where they like,
Which?
she's a witch. I'm not a witch.
Yeah.
She turned me into a newt.
Yeah.
Newt. I got better.
But it's crazy because wouldn't it be a trip if like there was magic back in the day? Because that's what I've come to realize with a lot of those ancient texts I've read. I guess
You've read ancient texts?
Oh, the hours of scrolls and fucking.
I've been reading hours of scrolls. And
After I
coming
got
across
back,
magic.
Oh, God.
after I got back from Jerusalem, after the 17 years,
Yeah, the pretentiousness of that sentence when it came out, I just cringed. I'm glad you caught it though. But,
We should have just rolled with it, dude. And just like, you know what? Brick just reads ancient texts. All right, it's just
Because
Mandela.
I was going to say by ancient texts, I was going to say like religious books.
He's like, YouTube?
Yeah. I know. But other people... Well, I guess I could say that I don't. Someone
other
else reads
people
it to
tells
me, and
you?
I put it in my headphones, and they just slowly read it like a bedtime story.
You're just like, I just did that.
But dude, all of them, everything, it almost seems like some kind of magic thing. Like you could revert it back to magic, or like some kind of ancient lore, and they have some like thing. If you want to like Krishna, they gave him magical powers. He used like he says, "I'm vengeance, I'm fire, or whatever. I can show you fury and all that." And so it flies up in the sky and throws his lightning bolts down and goes around and
it's just a cut scene. He goes back in time and he's just rubbing his feet on the carpet and touches someone's.
Yeah, like how would you know? Or like say he's got a ray gun.
He's got power.
But dude, it's like that saying that any form of technology advanced far enough can be perceived as magic.
Hell yeah! Like think about bringing ice to like the islands, dude. You like freeze water. What the fuck? Yeah, put that in your mouth. What? It's like a cube. You're like, what is this?
They're like the cube. You're like, no,
My
this.
brain is freezing.
We never have anything cold in the freaking near the equator, on these islands. Like, yeah, let me show you. Like that would be magic, That would be mind blowing, really.
Well, if you think about it, like when the conquistadors came to South America, they were basically magic. They were floating in these giant things on the ocean.
I know these metal helmets and shit.
Yeah, and they had four-legged. They didn't even perceive them to be independent beings, like a horse and a person. They thought they were one thing.
And that's crazy.
Like, the guy
Centaur.
was, like riding the horse, and they thought it was just one piece. There was no like animal and person because they were just connected together.
Oh yeah, that would be a trip if especially if you never.
Well,
seen
I mean,
a horse
if you
either.
can
Never seen a
control
horse.
it, you can pull back on the reins and it stops, and it
that's
goes
true,
when
huh?
you say mush. So why not?
And if you've
you're like,
never ever
"Ah,"
seen
and
it
it like
before,
kicks up, you're like, oh my god, it's on the same rage level.
I need to paint that.
Yeah.
if I survive, get speared by some dude.
Damn. Pretty. And that's what's crazy
Paint
too. Is
this.
like, I heard that. Isn't that
your
how they
blood.
did it back in the day too? Or I heard that like that's how they would do it. They would go like set something out, and then the people would come see it, and then they'd take it, and then they would come back and wait for it to come back, like it was some kind of magic. And
Landmines, dude.
And a person would come with higher technology and be like, "You like? Mm-hmm." They're like, "Oh my god."
They treat them like fucking primates.
Yeah, because all they know is everything's growing and shit, unless it's falling out of space. But if they seen it appear there, they'd just wait and be like, "Oh my god, it's gonna grow again. Maybe the rock will grow me a blade." And then all of a sudden these people show up. I have blade. Give me all your women in all the clothing. It's like, why do they want all these fur, or whatever, But like that technology. I mean, it didn't have to be that mad. Because I imagine, let's say you took a tank like Fury to the Lord of the Rings. Fucking when they go
annihilated so
Yeah,
No, when they-
trebuchet, just one big rock.
when they like
Technology meets
so small though.
boulder.
You never see it though, so it's like during the towers when they attack the towers and all the things are like funneled in. Like say that thing was just sitting on the bridge, and like coming up there, it's like, like it would, and then there's a little machine gun. So they're like,
Well, that's the thing. Like, yeah,
would go
it's,
through, dude.
it's
Better have
amazing.
unlimited ammo.
Yeah,
I know.
And
It is,
really quick reload too.
Yeah, you'd have to have like a ace crew running that thing, or else one, you'd run out of ammunition before they ran out of people, and then you would meet the most gruesome end. You're either locked in that thing or they're tipping you off.
Well,
the ramp.
regardless,
I know how
regardless.
they
of
just
that.
focus on you. You're just like hitting them with, like you're shooting them with all these mini guns. They go like, Legolas, or say it's on the other side. They're Legolas. Squamba. It's a fucking demon, dude's like,
Orc,
launches an
not
arrow.
demon.
Nails
Kills
you,
you,
to the,
fucking-
nails you to the gun. You're like, oh, fuck you. With his arrow sticking through you. Then
I mean,
some
it'd be
bad ones up
different if you had like a Warthog or like a B-52 bomber, you know.
Well, Warhog would be crazy if, like, say, Master
Oh,
Chief
fuck
went
yeah,
there.
dude.
That'd be crazy.
Even the
Well-
B-52 would get wrecked. They have dragons, dude.
Yeah, they do, but
You're like, all of a sudden a dragon lands on the top.
you just have like a
That would
nuke.
suck.
Burns the inside of the airplane. You're just...
Yeah, you say you nuke him, dude. You just fucking Sauron eyes, like looking at his rockets, like, or it's like Ghost, you know, just sitting there. It's a cloak. It's like it's a little red
little StarCraft
it's
ghost?
Like, yeah,
Nuclear launch detected.
running around, fucking. Then you make some fucking nuclear monsters. They're like mutate and shit, become like 5 times stronger. They just, like,
Then
live
it's
in
like the
woods.
movie The Wall. Is that what it's called? Where it's like based in
Trump
China
one?
or something?
Oh.
No.
Oh no, yeah, I've seen that one with Matt Damon.
Great Wall or something? Yeah.
Oh yeah, why do they do that with movies, dude? That bugs me. They should have. I mean,
It's good spin, dude. Like, I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie, but the fact that you can put something somewhere where it never was.
I don't get that.
But
though.
it could have been Mandela Effect.
Boom.
You see? See what I did there?
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
right. I made a situation right when I was completely wrong.
Absolutely.
I feel like they should have like a Jet Li in that situation, or like I would much.
Wait,
I
why?
believe because it's like
You
Asian
hating on the
culture.
white guy?
It's like The Last Samurai. It's like Tom Cruise.
Well,
Yeah,
the
I
reason
am.
Oh, that was a great movie. How dare you?
Yeah, dude. Think about it. Like, don't you think like it would be more believable if like a guy from Japan came?
Of course it would,
Over
but it
to
would be
China
even
and, like, he
more
showed him his samurai
cooler
ways.
if it was someone who like the idea that it being, oh, that white guy's, it's far-fetched. No way will he be a samurai, and then he becomes one, dude.
See, yeah, but then like, what's the odds of them? Like, I feel like a Chinese guy
Slim to
coming
none.
over.
Never tell
Which
me the
makes
odds.
it, yeah,
Yeah, never did.
which makes it that much cooler.
It's kind of like with was it Doctor
Disrespect?
He likes some Asians. With not Doctor Who. What's the other one? It was
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. There you go.
There's a lot of doctors running around.
There is, dude. I want to
There
see
are.
some of these fucking PhDs.
Let's-
Where did you study?
Some of these
I'm a doctor. Yeah, from Salt Lake Community College. It's like,
All right, I knew it.
Being a vet doesn't make you a doctor.
yeah, it's like he's a dentist. It's like, or a psychologist or something. But like with him in Doctor Strange, that chick that was the lady, that was supposed to be like some Asian like monk dude thing, and it's like some lady.
Oh, now we're freaking creating some racial borders
Black
here?
Black
Kind of,
Panther.
dude.
Black Panther was supposed to be white
I feel like Asian people get it the hardest,
Wait,
and
was
then
the
they
Black
know, they
Panther
complain
supposed
about
to
it
be
the
white?
least, dude.
in the
See?
comic, right?
Is he?
No.
No,
Maybe he
no.
wasn't.
That'd
but
be crazy. That'd be like wrong.
they changed the name of Black Panther because early on because of the Black Panther Party.
Oh, because of the movement.
They changed
in
it
the
to something
70s.
else, yeah. But I don't know.
Interesting.
see
I was
that.
curious about. But like in that sense,
No, but in the comic book universe, everything's all scattywampus.
Skinny
yeah,
one?
and I was just like saying that because I feel like the Asian people always get it. Like, I feel like they get a lot of racism, and they even to themselves, dude. Like they'll do it to themselves. Like they won't even divide themselves between cultures. They even still like lump themselves in. I'm like, dude, even like it's still Asian culture. Like Chinese and Japanese are way different.
Oh yeah.
It's like so crazy, especially compared to like where like if you go Indonesian, fuck, dude, they're way different than all three of them.
Dude, I was watching a history thing about how the Japanese were attacking China through like through the Korean Peninsula, and I think it was during World War II or whatever. But the only reason they lost was because Germany attacked Russia, and then Russia attacked Japan from the rear. Because I guess they had that alliance between Germany, Russia, Japan, and I think Italy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when Germany attacked Russia to try to take Moscow, Russia attacked Japan from the rear, stopping them attacking the Chinese.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, Germany in a sense like screwed them over like super bad.
Instead of attacking the Chinese, or not the Chinese, but
Well, the only reason, because Japan, like, they had a huge border up on there, like, defending from Russia.
because Chinese didn't even have like an army at the time.
No, they did.
Did
They were going through, like,
No, they were still making them into clay pots.
Oh fuck yeah! They're
yeah.
gonna get their army.
Once they got the entire army made, they were going to resurrect them. But they never did get to
because they
that
were
point.
mostly just on the receiving end of the war on that, right?
Well, they were broken between two factions, like the old communist and then, like, the...
So I didn't even think
new-
about that. Yeah, say like they just left Russia kind of to its own thing, and they just like wiped out the smaller guy first. Like just kind of take over China, kind of let Japan get in there, get settled, let Germany kind of get a little settled. That'd probably be hard, huh, to come back on that. Like
I think if Germany didn't attack Russia and they just created like a temporary border there until Japan got its footing, and then Japan and Germany both attacked Russia at the same simultaneously from both ends, I think the war could have ended differently. But
If
Germany was just
Japan would have
fucking
kept
swinging,
their
dude.
hands to themselves and they wouldn't stepped on American soil,
They never did.
they didn't. But they did with their bullets.
Yep.
That's good enough for me. That's a
Yep.
good enough reason for me.
they tried to make a place they could land, and be like,
Not here.
which is crazy too to think about.
Seats
Like,
taken.
because you can go down all those
Bud.
conspiracies of that. Yeah, like which one was it bad? Was it that? Like, because really, dude, America, freaking, they
Fuck yeah.
mooched off both wars and made really good money off them. And
I don't know if they mooched. They definitely,
took advantage.
thrived
Yeah, they fucking
off
tried.
of.
They're like, you need more guns?
Well, I mean, the Japanese
Tanks?
gave Mandela Effect. The Japanese gave women lots of jobs, right?
In a sense, in America?
Well, because then they shot at us, and we're like, we need
Not
to
today.
make a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
it's
like,
true,
not
actually.
today, dude.
So
we can do
then
it.
they're like, we need a poster first if we want to get these women on our side. So they made that poster with the lady flexing.
They're on our side.
As soon as they put that up, sign me up, you know?
See, I heard that was a weird thing with, like...
Timeout on all the babies. We can do that once all the guys get back. But first...
That'd be good. Because I heard that was, like, with their mindsets, that was a weird thing where, like, they're, like... It was such a young country that when the wars were coming, it was, like, Teddy Roosevelt's thing. He wanted to be in a war so bad, so the Spanish-American Wars and all these different things, like... They had made these stories of these great warriors, you know, or, like, great battles that had been won, and America being so young had never done any of that kind of stuff. And so when those type of things came, like, so when the war came, like, those kind of slogans, we can do it, everyone was like, fuck yeah, you know, like, almost like that time to kind of prove themselves. Like, kind of, I mean, right now I feel like a lot of people do that with causes. They'll take up a cause, you know, like, yeah, you know, freaking pineapple lives matter, let's fucking do it. You know, and so, like, everyone will, like, just get that passion behind it, and I think that was, like,
A lot of it's wrong, though, and in the wrong place, and really negative towards other people.
But when the eye of the beholder.
But when you brainwash them to, like, make sure you funnel it how you want it, you know, so if you get them to be like, the war is
Propaganda.
bad, they're like, yeah, damn, man, and then they're like, we can do it, and then everyone's, like, building planes and
Hey,
shit.
you're Japanese American. You were born here, right? Yep. Get in this camp.
Yeah, that is so funny how that gets grazed over, dude.
Yeah.
I remember reading a book about that when I was, like...
That little,
8th grade, and it was like a story of like a kid or whatever, how he was in there with his friend, and then they got switched up in the camp, or whatever. I was like, this didn't happen. I thought it was like fake. You don't read about it, and then all of a sudden you find out, you're like, what the fuck? That
you
just
can
was
still
fucked
visit
up,
some
dude.
of those camps. They've rebuilt them, like those quotation mark concentration camps in the U.S. You
They
can
were
still
in
visit
concentration camps. They weren't like deleting them.
No, they weren't
Like-
deleting them, but they're
There's like
still a
an
camp.
internment-
a concentration
I mean,
camp.
what if they had
Internment
like,
camp?
you know, fun time?
They're fenced
drawing
off
time.
with guard
Come
towers.
on, guys, let's
military
draw.
units there. People can't leave them.
They're free to do what they want.
inside
Just
the
not-
fence.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
And
I
that
mean, there's a
sounds like
basketball court.
concentration camp to me.
It was an internment camp, or a FEMA camp.
Whatever, dude. You can name it whatever you want. Being fenced in, living in a barracks, same thing.
They
Just
even-
because it's a little sunnier on this
We're
side
kind
of
of
the
even
fence.
doing it right now,
Okay,
too.
but what about, think about this, all right? You get this camp. You go back in time. They don't make the camps. They let them run wild. Japanese guys, they send a guy over here, talks to a couple of guys, uses a phrase that's 25 words long, random words, and it triggers them.
Oh my
Boom.
God.
Secret spy, boom, inside America.
Wouldn't even matter. Let's say they were in the camp, right? The guy makes his way into there.
But he
because-
didn't.
Let's
There's
just say
good
this.
security. They had TSA agents before TSA agents were
Let's say this.
even a thing.
There's a freaking guard walking on the beach, and he sees a guy swimming out of the water, and he's like, "Hey, you!"
That's
And
why they
some-
didn't make the
and
camps
it's some
near the
Japanese
beach.
guy, and he's like, "Where'd you come
Research.
from?" He's like, "I was just taking a dip. Take me to the nearest camp." And he's like, "Let's go, motherfucker!" So he takes him in there.
American big wieners.
And he takes him
Big
into the camp,
wieners.
and the
Me
guy
have a
walks into
little
the
one.
camp and says 25 random words. Everyone in the camp becomes super soldiers. Now they're all concentrated super soldiers. They start
Super Saiyan racist.
They start jumping on freaking guard posts, breaking necks, taking guns. Boom! Now they
Cashing
got
checks. Were they cashing in?
cashing checks, dude.
They're like,
They go to the nearest bank. They get all the money. They start buying their own facilities and making tanks in our own backyard, dude.
you gotta take it from the American government perspective.
That's me clapping.
We're just collecting all the people here so that none of these people try and hurt them. We're just
They had to sprinkle in some Mexicans.
yeah, we're not letting anybody get hurt because of what
I mean,
people
look,
might be
there's a
mad or
Mexican.
something.
It's not just Japanese.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm here on my own free will.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in America.
we let them mix.
I'm in America. Thank you.
It's okay with me.
Finally. But I keep an eye on him, keep the camera on him at all times. It's like, see,
It's like
see
that
it?
Mexican's slowly cleaning things. He's trying to, it's almost like he's trying to take her job. What's going on here? Don't worry
Get
about
rid
it,
of him.
Steven. Don't worry about it, all right? It's not going to be a big deal.
It's like, Joe, get rid of that guy. He's taking our job.
40
Get
years
him out
later,
of here.
yeah.
We can't get him out of there. It's going to make us look racist.
We
Damn
can't
it.
get him out of there. He's doing a damn good job. God damn it. You tried them tamales? You tried, god damn it.
Are you trying to get court-martialed?
It's like, man, we should start our own business and work with them. It's like, start poaching all the people. Started that sound like basically.
Yeah, right, dude.
Capitalism.
They'll freaking burn that guy. Did you just say work with them?
We laugh about it, but I mean, it had to start somewhere, right?
What?
Probably. I wonder how it.
You know what I mean?
Like,
It's like
where it became.
all these women are doing the hard-working jobs. Who was doing the under labor, you know?
Dude,
Who was doing the cleaning up after all the bullets were made?
It's true. I wonder.
Who was sweeping up?
I wonder if they had labor laws back then. It was like the children fucking give him a job. An 8-year-old boy just like clawing under the machines, fucking picking them all up. A piece of metal, swung, swinging above their heads and shit.
I wish it wasn't a thing.
Hey, Timmy, you still in there? It's like, I don't know where he's at, man. Just the fucking body rots there for 5 days. Till like they see a mouse walking off with a toe. Oh, fuck, another one critter's in there. Or maybe a fucking news crew happened to see it and stuff. We're going to tell them people about this and shit. 10 years later, fucking shows up in a newspaper.
The best part is like, they're like, all right, we got to get him out of there. He pushes the button, the machine lifts up high enough so the guy can stand under it and clean it. Get out. It's like, why did we send him down there when this machine can lift up? Look, we don't ask questions around here.
Yeah, why don't we just have him clean it once at the end, and then when it's done, and when there's ready, it'll be good to go, and there's no moving parts, and man, we got to keep this thing going all the time. But we don't. We sleep. We fucking we get another boy off the street.
Too,
shit.
though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to not get these boys jobs?
He can sleep while we work, and then when we're sleeping, he could be working. You know, you're starting to sound like one of them rigs.
Yes.
Trying to do teamwork.
That's the thing too. Cause how did you know too? It's like, think about that. You have like a 8-year-old kid, some 6 and 8-year-old kids that are like pretty smart and pretty clever, and they could actually do some shit. You know, you give them like a tool, like a drill, and you'd be like, "Can you use this?" Yeah, and then they won't like fuck their hand up. There's some other 6 and 8-year-old kids. You'd be like, "Can you do that?" Like, yeah, and you're like, fucking screw in their eye or something.
Yeah,
you're like, "Oh my god, you cannot do
bounces
this."
off.
Yeah, like they
Safety glasses.
and so like I wonder how it was. You know, all these kids. I'll help because shit back in the day. Yeah, your pa's over there, and your pa lost his head in the mill. And so he can't work very much without a head, and so you have to start working at the fucking mill. You know, I have to help my pa. You know, my mom said I had to come help work at the job, and hey, she thinks I'll be fine because I'm not as tall as my pa, so I won't lose my head. And he's like, all right, you got to have him work, you know, and then fucking falls in a barrel, like takes him away or something.
Did I ever tell the story about
How you
what
ate
Don
last-
told me about telephones and pictures?
No.
Did I ever tell that? I was like sitting there on my phone at work, and he comes up. He's like, "Dude, isn't it crazy how you can like take a picture and instantly send it to somebody and then get it?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, that's crazy." He's like, "Dude, I could send it to my mom on the East Coast, and she'll get it instantly." Like, let's say I see something cool, like a car, I could snap a picture, and someone on the East Coast can get it. I'm like, that would be cool. He's like, imagine one day if you could just step on something and it'll teleport you wherever you wanted to go. And I'm like, dude, that'd be cool. He's like, yeah, then you could teleport your ass back to your country.
That's fucking setting up a bit
Dude,
right there, dude.
It was so good, and I was just like, this guy sets it up so good, but it's like it would offend the wrong person. But if you're in a mind where you can't get offended, it's just so funny.
Well, the fact that kind of makes me nervous now because you got to have those teleporters. Like, how do you know where they go in the future? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, come on, Mexicans, you want to go back to Mexico real quick? You guys come right back. Boom. You're on a fucking top of Mountain Fiji or something.
Yeah, out in the ocean.
And you're just like, well,
better than Mexico.
God damn it. It's like, I got to start walking.
And we'll put you right on the coast, right in Cancun. It's like a 64 longitude and 75 latitude. Psych, spin it like over, pop up in the water. Like
where they're chumming the water for sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like,
We're just
well, it's
falling
like
in
a 40-foot drop. You're like, at least I'm going to land in water. Boom. Shark infestation.
There's like 3 boats going in circles, just chumming it with freaking old pork meat.
You wouldn't even have to, dude.
You do to draw them in, dude. You want a lot of sharks that are hungry.
Dude, pretty soon you'll start teleporting, and they'll teleport you into some weird area you think is the same. Oh, I teleported to California.
Wait, you guys are thinking low.
They teleport you to
groups.
California inside the dome of flat Earth, and pretty soon everyone starts, and they get everyone so they think they're teleporting there, and they start creating this fictional universe over there, and they get everyone off the Earth, and they keep everyone on a flat Earth.
Dude,
take away the teleporting technology.
I'd get teleported there and just start my own country. I'd be like,
It's like, I wanna be
you're
here.
all allowed to live here.
That would
under
be
one
such
circumstance
a
that you
game
are
changer.
all soldiers of the People's Republic of Newlandia.
The Dark Gods.
And then we'd make our of the Dark Lords.
The Dark Sith. That would be a trip, dude. Like, teleporting, that'd be a game changer. You start zipping around the world.
That would be nuts.
Like, right now, I watched some different, like, conspiracy channel stuff on YouTube, but one of the things they were talking about, this guy was saying it was yesterday or the day before or something, was the 700th day of the...
700 week.
It's the 700th day that I guess the U.S. Air Force has sent. It's like a little spaceship into space, and so they've been on a mission that is only disclosed once it comes back or whatever. But it's been on a 700-day mission up in space, and it's like a little mini, looks like a little mini space shuttle. And all these people, of course, are like, it's there to track the black satellite, because everyone like, thinks that Black Knight satellite or whatever. There's some like satellite that's like checking the Earth, but. I was like,
They have to check on it. It's so outdated. They have to go check on it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I ever heard about that satellite.
Yeah, because it's just always randomly just sitting there or whatever. But it's funny because with them doing it, it's still kind of a secret. So, like, if they were to be working on those technologies, you know, you hear people talking about that kind of stuff. Even though they're still doing it, you're seeing them, you watch the launch, and they still have it out there. They, like, still technically, like, can't disclose what it's about, what the mission's about until, you know, it's done. You know, 'cause they have
Which
a
is a
detailed
good thing
report.
sometimes.
Yeah, because you just start, oh my god, we found an alien, oh my god, we're running around panicking and shit.
It was just a little slug.
Yeah, it was a
You know what I mean?
parasite on the
Yeah.
fucking side of a rock, and it's like, what the fuck, you know? It's
Yeah,
like,
no, well, millions of people just committed mass murder.
Yeah.
You know?
Why would
They went
people do
fucking
that?
nuts.
Like, why would you go nuts?
Because people are idiots, dude.
if
If you
today
find
they're
a
like-
reason to say, well, you know what I mean? Just fucking say,
Yeah, remember the
your God is
2012?
wrong, and I got facts.
think
You know
of
what I mean?
2012, dude. That's all, like,
Space Odyssey?
or the people that thought the world was going to end, the Mayan calendar, and so, like, that one guy thought it was going to end at that time, and he was going to jump through some fucking portal that was going to open up over some tower in, like, Flagstaff, I think. I wanted to see that guy do it, dude, and he never did.
He didn't do it?
No, he wanted to.
What a wuss!
It never opened.
He an American. Send him back.
The portal didn't open. It wasn't ready or something like that. And so how do you know? You know,
I think that'd be like the dumbest thing. It's like, everyone, the Grand Canyon will flood instantly to another universe. So on noon, we're just going to have to jump into the Grand Canyon. It'll be full of water at that instant. And then the water will disappear with us in it, taking
They're
us to an
just falling.
alternate world.
I meant noon Eastern time.
dude, that'd be so hard. Even if that was the thing, where like everyone needs to blow air out. We have to more carbon monoxide in the air. Everyone at 5 p.m. Yeah, say everyone did get it at the same time. Like, think how hard that would be to collectively get everybody to be like, do something, whatever it is.
But if he did,
Line up the times, do everything.
that'd be so funny.
If a butterfly's wings can change the future,
Everybody
our
flap
farts
your
can
arms.
change everything.
Dude, it's like-
Everyone. It's a
I seen a meme of
global
someone doing
warming
that.
has stopped today.
Dude, we'll take it back to the psychic thing with the medians and stuff. I'd seen a video of someone, like, it was like at a median thing, and they're like, you can see the exact moment that someone leaves, their soul leaves their body. And it was like a heat thing, and then this lady's like standing with all these people, she like moves this side, and this little figment thing goes,
Someone
her
just
body.
left her body.
but it was
There's a
weird.
fart?
Yeah, you have to do I had to rewind it a couple times. I'm like, oh, what the hell was that? Something did leave, dude. And you're like looking, it was a fart. She's like, a little fart comes up, it was in the heat thing, you know, so you can see the little
Oh,
fart
man.
go by. And so,
So,
I mean,
wait, were they recording a dead person?
they're trying to record spirits, and they cut that on heat.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
A little. So we'll end on that.
Spirit did leave your body.
Out like a fart.
Yep.
So
Nasty spirit.
Out like
That's
a
a little
fart.
demon
Quick.
right there.
out like a
Silence and a stinky.
fart, very deadly.
It's black
Almost,
magic
yeah.
coming at her.
Well,
Dies.
if you guys are looking for movies to watch, I recommend Nacho Libre. Go and get it.
I like
It's
that.
really good.
If you guys are looking for an audible book to read that's science fiction, I recommend Snow Crash. That is a good one. And also, this latest one I've been listening to, it's actually really good. I like it a lot. It's called, dang it, my goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire, The Singularity Trap.
There you go.
That is a good
That's
book
it.
as well.
One thing I did pick up, I finished a book to own the day from Aubrey Marcus. But one thing I did start doing from that thing that I will say people start doing is I started just doing a little bit of salt water and like get a warm water and put a little bit of salt in it, and then even like squeeze a lime or lemon and then drink that first off.
First thing in the morning?
When you get up, yeah. Because I used to do like coffee 3 times a day. I'd like do it in the morning. I'd have like a second morning coffee, and then like maybe in the afternoon and stuff. But now I've switched. Like in the morning, I'll just do the water bottle. So I'll put a little bit of salt in there, do some of the.
But it has to be warm, right?
Yeah, because it helps hydrate you close to your body. If you have to like heat it up, it like.
Well, you lose a gallon of water when you sleep, right?
Something like that. And dude, man, the way that I don't know, I get way more energy after just doing that. Like I could probably not even have to drink the coffee, but just getting a little bit of the minerals, a little bit of water in it.
Beautiful.
Boom, there you go.
That's beautiful.
That's a good tip. Thank you, Brick.
So watch a movie, read a book, drink some water.
Nacho!